Right, who fancies going to Thailand for a fortnight? You won't believe how cheap I've found this, so strap in, and if you stay till the end, there's a cheeky little bonus that you can also do while you're there. So why am I doing Thailand? Well, somebody at work accused me of only doing Europe because everyone can find a holiday in Europe for under £100. I don't think you can, pal, but anyway. Anyone can, as long as you apply a decent system, and you've seen the results, you've seen me actually go to these places. So I thought I'd try somewhere a bit further afield because, summer's coming up and I'm getting sick of seeing the adverts on the telly telling me where I could go if I had lots of money. Well, I haven't, so let's see where we can go. And if you stay till the end, there's a little surprise as to what else you can do while you're there. So I did my normal trick going into Google Flights and I came up with some options as low as £400 return. And I thought, yeah, let's actually use a decent flight. And it came up with Oman Air at $553. Now I know when I've been looking at other destinations I have seen cheaper than that, but this is just purely for the exercise. Obviously, as I've always said, keep a notebook. You'll have a rough idea of what things will be. Off the top of my head, I could usually quote quite a few prices, give or take 50 quid these days. So anyway, came up with Oman Air for 2 weeks, $553. Got a half decent baggage allowance. They're an airline you've heard of, they're a flag carrier. They won't be far wrong, will they? So, we then go to Expedia and see what we can come up with. Now, for Bangkok, you've got options there where you can actually get somewhere for 2 weeks for 150 quid. I have to have a pool. If I'm going away for 2 weeks, I want to go for a swim when I feel like a swim rather than wander down to the sea and get eaten by some horrible tropical big fish. So the cheapest option was £130 each, $260 altogether. Now there's a reason for that, which I'll explain later. However, going a little bit further up the food chain, you can get a hotel with a rooftop pool. I love a rooftop pool for $360, which is $180 each. Bang. And as you can see from the pictures, they're none too shabby. Obviously you can go further and further up the chain, but you're staying in a city, you don't want anything too fancy because you're going to be out and about exploring, and there is so much to do there. There's elephant sanctuaries, there's all the temples, there's the nightlife, taxis are cheap, car hire is cheap, you can take off into the countryside. I think it'd be a pretty amazing place. So, what's the little extra? Well, me being me, decided to see what else you can do while you're there, because it seems a shame to go halfway around the world and only go to one country. So I had a quick look at Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh City, and AirAsia are doing a return for £89. Now this will explain why I would probably lean towards the cheaper hotel, because I would literally, for the time I go to Vietnam, I would use it for storage. Now if you think Thailand's cheap, we were coming up with options in Vietnam for a 3-night break from as low as £30-40 for 3 nights. But let's get real, you're on holiday, you want to treat yourself. And we found a half decent hotel at £160, so that's £80 each. Obviously if you're in a group of 4, that would come down a bit. However, why don't we, since we've stayed in a mediocre hotel in Bangkok, why don't we push the boat out? Just take a look at some of these names. Hyatt, Hilton. You're talking between $350 and $600 for a 3-night break. Why not spoil yourself? So let's drill it all down. If you just went to Thailand with Air Oman and stayed in a reasonable hotel with a pool, you would be looking at £683 each for 2 weeks in June. I think that's pretty damn reasonable. If you go up a level and stay in a place with a rooftop pool, that goes up by a massive 50 quid, so you're still only talking 723. If you decided to bolt on the trip to Ho Chi Minh with the basic hotel, 883. Top of the range hotel, well, not top of the range, there are some stupid prices, but you could go for a 5-star and still come in at below £1,000 each. Boom. I think when you think about it, I think that is, when you consider how many nights you're away, that is probably as cheap as, well, let's think about London, shall we? You would do well to get a hotel for £60 a night for 2 of you. It wouldn't be very nice, it certainly wouldn't have a pool. That would come in at nearly £1,000. A hotel worth having, you would be looking at £100 a night for 14 nights, that's £1,400. That's about the same price as the lowest option going to Bangkok for 2 weeks. It's a no-brainer, isn't it? So get it booked. There'll be another video coming up soon. Tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like. Am I rambling too much? Am I just hacking over the same stuff all the time. I'm enjoying it, hope you are. See you soon.